The B-side in boxing.
B-side shit.
B-side.
B-side.
And the B-side. You got a B-side.
The B-side.
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 That B-side thing.
This is the B-Sides Boxing Podcast.
Hey, just wanted to remind you, we are looking into advertising. Don't expect it in the immediate future, but it is something that we are looking into. So get your mind ready for that. If you would like, there will be a Patreon ad-free release available, and there'll be more than just ad-free stuff. So, plenty of other things to get into if you were so inclined. Right now, this is the continuation of our previous recording. This is preview block A, so enjoy. So let me blow through. In our review block, we're going from the 18th to the 2nd. So let me blow through some shit that is happening in different places, random times, whatever. Not the most important, but if you don't have much to do at the time, it's worth checking out. So on the 20th, at the Wayne State Fieldhouse in Detroit, Ardrell Holmes is returning against Marlon Harrington. Ardrell Holmes, I think, lost his last fight, or his fight to Wendy Toussaint. We'll get to it in a moment, but Ardrell Holmes isn't terrible. He's a 154 guy, so it's something coming up, something worth checking out, I suppose, if you have the time, like I said.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, they are going up. Friday the 23rd, we have 360 Promotions, Tom Loeffler of Gennady Golovkin fame. He's putting up a card at the Chumash Casino in California. I think that's on UFC Fight Pass.
I don't know any of those names.
Yeah, I don't think Tom Loeffler promotes anyone with a name anymore. Okay, the Star Boxing at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, New York. Wendy Toussaint co-maining against Imponda Kalunga, 154s. Toussaint is actually decent. But this Kalunga guy, page 5 on BoxRec. So,
yeah, Wendy's a dude.
Yeah. Yes.
I was just googling.
I am also
Yeah,
confused.
I am not even trying to sound like a bad person. I just.
It is a traditionally woman female name, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't place Ponda, so I didn't know either. Drip.
Yeah, I thought maybe like Ponda was like another female, but no, we were wrong.
Apparently, his nickname is Haitian Fire, which is pretty dope.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, it is
hard.
Simon Federici versus Blake Caparello. Where do I remember Blake from? I know him from.
I do not recognize his face.
Yeah, no idea.
When he got murked by Sergey Kovalev. Fuck me, that was in 2014.
How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago.
It's like 9 years and change.
Dread slowly.
But you remembered him.
Yeah.
So you're not that old.
Yeah, I guess.
Your memory still works.
Well, shit, I guess I can win the U.S. presidential election if that get in that case.
Jokes.
But okay, let's see what other bullshit. I don't recall if I said all the dates and everything, but the Salida Promotions, Ardrell Holmes, that's on the 20th, Tuesday. 360 Promo and Star Boxing in California, New York, respectively. That's Friday the 23rd. 360 is on UFC Fight Pass. Star Boxing, I think they have their own thing on their website. All right, so moving back to the top of the calendar for stuff we're going to give a little bit more attention. February 22nd, the Ohashi Boxing Gym, which in Japan, that's also their like promoter. and manager and everything. So at the legendary Korakuen Hall in Tokyo. What did you call this? What was this event called?
It is Phoenix Battle 110.
Damn.
So if you happen to be in Asia, it's free on Lemino, which is one of the streaming services here. It's mostly Asian level. I think there's a lot of Asian Pacific belts on the line here. But I'm excited because I'm going to go watch it live. I'll try and get some cool clips or something we can put up on Instagram.
Get some merch. Get some merch.
Yeah, I've kind of looked a couple times. I haven't seen anybody really selling anything at the events here. You usually have to order that through the fan websites.
Oh, right.
Yeah. There is an Inui headlining, but I don't think he's related to the really famous ones.
Koki. That's a fun name.
Yeah, Koki.
Right. So
I do like that they have switched their names to be the English direction when they do the English names, which is handy for me. I think Daiichi Nagata I have seen fight before as well. He's the other main event, or other person in the main event.
Komi. Or is he the main event?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
Koki Inui versus Daiichi Nagata. Nagata always dyes his hair bright colors. He's the main character.
Nice. Oh, he beat Koki in 2020.
Oh, did he?
By stoppage.
Rematch.
Yep. That's fun.
Should be good.
Koki. He does not look related.
I don't think
the
he is.
Inoue Bros, because like Naoya and Takuma, they're both they're handsome guys, and unfortunately Koki is not.
In his defense a little bit, I think he had a cleft palate.
Yeah, it looks like it. I wasn't gonna mention it, but it looks like it. All right, so there's the Ohashi card on the 22nd. If I find a viewing platform for us here in the US or in the West, I will make it available somehow.
Yeah, AsianBoxing.com used to do it, but I think they've kind of abandoned their website.
Oh, yeah. I remember those guys. I used to do like collabs with them, kind of. Like we would do a lot of information sharing.
I used to visit all the time, but the last couple times I've been there, it's very out of date.
Because like there will be random small guys, like when Roman Gonzalez was really in the headlines, and for me Estrada on his heels, so there would be a lot of Asian names going around, so I'd just like, hey, who's this? And then they would, if there's a Hispanic fighter or something, or an American fighter, like, hey, who is this? Yeah, this is this person, this is how they fight. If you want to watch some tape, check out these 2 or 3 fights. But that's unfortunate. Okay, so on the 24th, Saturday, we have 2 cards here. In Japan, Teiken at the Ryogoku Kokugikan. Ryogoku Kokugikan.
That is rough to say.
That was a rough one for me.
Yeah.
But
That's rough.
but
That is the very famous sumo hall, apparently.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to go to this one, but I couldn't figure out how to buy tickets. As far as I can tell, they were never on sale online.
they're not publicly available. That sucks. Only to the fan clubs.
Yeah. I think so.
So this one is a collab. Teiken, I think, is like the main promoter, but in association with Ohashi. So from the bottom up here, Jonas Sultan versus Riku Masuda, Kosei Tanaka, who's worth checking out. Christian Rangel, don't know who that is, but just Kosei Tanaka's worth checking out. Now the co-main, Junto Nakatani versus Alex Santiago. Alex Santiago won his WBC title. I think the co-main of Spence Crawford. Everyone shed a tear. F's in the chat. But Nakatani, he won his title with that like fight of the year contender against Andrew Maloney. So these two are unifying their belts. So that's kind of cool. Or
Yeah,
wait,
I think that should be a fun fight.
incorrect. Incorrect. He was the Superfly title. This is for Bantam, so he moved up. But still, it's going to be a lot of fun. Two warriors in the strongest sense of the word. And in the headline...
Yeah, I'm not expecting very much defense in this fight.
Definitely not. CTE for reps. Headlining, we have Takuma Inoue, 18-1 versus Jerwin Ancajas. That Jerwin Ancajas. The WBA bantamweight title will be on the line here. These two, I expect that these two fights are setting up for who's up next, winners versus winners, losers versus losers. Just my guess, but I haven't seen Takuma Inoue fight. I'm going to be honest. Does anybody have some?
That would be a no from me.
I've seen him. Japanese style, but with a little bit of defense.
Okay. And Jerwin Ancajas is like pretty archetypal
Well,
Filipino.
Yeah, you can tell he's trained by the same people as his brother, but you can also tell that he doesn't have quite as much natural talent.
Yeah, he's.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's unfortunate.
He's always going to be compared to his brother, but he is good in his own right. Just not quite as slick, and maybe not quite as much power.
And that
but it should be a really fun fight.
That comparison has been his motivating factor, from what I've been hearing in the reading in the media of people talking to him, is trying to step out of the shadow a bit.
I would be so pissed off.
I would too.
But he is good. He is Japanese with a little bit more movement and a little bit more defense than is standard, I would say.
Nice. So that should be fun. Later the same day at the Caribe Royal Hotel or like resort in Orlando, Edgar Berlanga.
Wah.
Yeah, let's go from the bottom up. Heritage Ruiz Cordoba versus Mitch Williams. These are cruiserweights. Aaron Aponte versus Joseph Fernandez. Super lights. Yanquiel Rivera versus Andy Dominguez. Flyweights. Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz versus Brian Zamaripa. Where do I know Brian from? But these are 10-round lightweights. Who did you fight? Angel
It's
Fierro.
not Brian though. It's Brian.
Oh, is it?
Brian.
Yeah.
I thought because it was Spanish, it would be Brian.
Oh, maybe. That's not
Andy
how they
Cruz.
say it on TV.
Boy.
Yeah, they say Jorge Linares.
But yeah. I'm not defending it.
Oh no.
Antonio Vargas versus Jonathan Rodriguez, bantams. Shakram Giasa versus Pablo Cano. That Pablo Cano, 12-round welterweights. And Edgar Berlanga versus Padraig McRory. I really hope
Padraig McRory.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen him fight before.
I'm trying to see where I heard his
He's
name.
been on Matchroom cards.
Yeah, probably.
Padraig is just the Irish spelling of Patrick.
Well, get after
Is
it.
he any good? Or...
He's not terrible.
He's
Untested, I would say.
I would say Berlanga's gonna beat him, but
Probably.
it'd be fun. He's an Irish boxer, obviously, but that kind of he's gonna get hit.
But
Is what I'm trying to say.
Edgar Berlanga. I forgot about him, honestly. I feel like he's trying so hard to just build his name still. Where I kind of whatever, kid.
Yeah, because Berlanga's the one that had all the first round knockouts, right?
Yeah, and then he had one fight that went the distance, and everyone's like, "Wow, this guy really sucks."
I don't think he really sucks. I just think he's
Berlanga?
needs to fight better people.
I think he's bad, dude. I don't know. I just Bad
Okay.
fundamentals. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but we'll see what Mr.
I don't think he's that bad. I think he got overhyped because of the knockouts and then fought a bunch of tin cans to keep the knockouts going. And now nobody knows how good he actually is.
I mean, he went the distance with a few guys. I think Jason Quigley was like the last one. If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I forget how that fight went. I just know that Berlanga won, but I don't know if it was like any good.
He knocked Quigley down in the 3rd, the 5th, and twice in the 12th.
Oh damn. Damn.
Oh.
Beat down. Let's see. Then he went the distance with Romer. That's a pretty solid name. Romer, Alexis, Anguillo. That went the
But they
distance.
were all really wide cards for Berlanga.
Yeah. Same with Steve. Let's see. Steve Rolls. Steve Rolls isn't too wide. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it
I don't
goes.
I just feel like I have no concept of how good he actually is because of who he's been fighting. I don't think he's amazing, but I think he's probably good.
Yeah, I guess it's tough to say. I mean, I guess once he really gets like a decent like step up, that'll really be like the true test. But I mean, maybe we can argue that Jason Quigley was kind of like a step up, maybe.
I'd say McCrory is better than Quigley. Quigley was pretty washed.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. It just sucked. Like, who's McCroy? Like, hard to gauge how good he is too.
Yeah, I think he's only ever fought in the UK.
If only this fight was like over in New York, I had to go see it, but I'm not going to Florida for Berlanga.
No. That's interesting. McCrory's had the same referee the last 3 fights.
Suspicious. Sounds like someone's being paid.
Or there's only one referee in Belfast.
That's very possible too. Can't believe we missed Tyson Fury and Usyk. Shout to Usyk. I mean, shout to Fury for getting injured.
Fuck Tyson Fury.
Heard that. It got rescheduled to like what, May, right? It's being
Yeah, it was a really long.
May.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be rescheduled to March, and it was rescheduled to May.
Yeah, I was thinking like late March or like mid-April, but May. Ew.
Fury's scared.
Dude, he's terrified.
He should be. He's gonna get beaten by a small man. Well, small for heavyweights.
I don't think Fury's as tall as he says he is, because I mean, when they were like facing off, like if Usyk's really like argued as like 6'3", then there's no way that Fury's 6'9". You have to be like at least like 6'6" then, or 6'7". Either way, still a tall guy.
Does he say he's 6'9"?
That's what he says. I mean, me.
Yeah, I also call bullshit on that.
Me being 5'7", everyone's taller than me. So
Where did we leave off? Edgar Berlanga versus McCrory. So it sounds like we're kind of in agreement. Expecting a Berlanga win should be somewhat challenging. Padraig being a tough Irishman.
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
So the immediate question that's going to come out of this, if it's a win for Berlanga, is going to be who's next, and the immediate options that are going to be thrown at him are Jaime Munguia and Canelo.
Wow.
I don't think he can win either of those fights.
Yeah, I don't think he's beating either one.
Okay, well, I don't either. But
I mean, obviously you take Munguia if those are your two options.
yeah,
But
more winnable.
I don't know who like.
I'll go through some options here that are around his level. So Diego Pacheco, I think, is a good one for him.
Okay, that'd be good.
yeah,
Beck the Bully, Bektemir Melikuziev.
Ooh, that would be good.
you know,
actually.
that could be fun actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are a little bit in the higher tiers, but Demetrius Andrade, coming off the loss.
Okay.
Kayla Plant.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. Christian and Bealey.
Oh, that could be fun.
I think Mbili takes it, but it would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mbili takes it too. But that if Berlanga could beat him, that would definitely be his biggest win.
For sure. Berlanga and big wins, like name two more polar opposites.
Exactly. But that would shut people up if he could beat Mbili.
It absolutely would. And it would put Mbili onto more radars where they belong, where he belongs, in the place of someone like Berlanga. Offense meant, Berlanga. I know you're listening. Derevyanchenko.
No. I'm gonna say no on that one.
You know, I think Derevyanchenko beats Berlanga.
Woof.
Yeah.
That
pretty
is
sound.
saying something.
I don't know.
I know it's a bit of a swing for the fences, but I think he does.
He's pushing 40. He's been in some wars.
He looked really good in his last fight.
He did. That was it was like 8 months ago, so not terrible. Benavidez,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know.
David Morrell, no. Vladimir Shishkin, I see him or his name around all the time, but I don't know who he is.
I don't even recognize him.
He beat Uzcategui a while back. Nothing of note.
I think Beck the Bully would be fun. And I think if Berlanga is really feeling confident, Mbili would be the best one.
Yeah. Diego Pacheco would be the easiest to make, but I don't know if Eddie wants to put his two, like a Mexican-American and Puerto Rican-American, build them up more and make the rivalry more of a thing before putting them in together.
I always forget about that rivalry. It's not on my radar.
I don't really care for it either. But there you go. Hard to say anyway. Like, well, all of the speculation will change after the Berlanga McCrory fight anyway.
Maybe McCrory pulls off the upset. Who knows?
One can dream. There you have it. That's Preview Block A. Questions or comments, you can text 833-LUX-PODS. It's anonymous, opt out anytime. Or if you want to call, go straight to voicemail. Same thing, it's anonymous there too. If you want to get at the social media stuff, you want to DM there instead. It's LVX Media Net. Anywhere. If you can't find it, we're not on it. So there you go. That's going to do it. That's Preview A. Keep your eye on the feed next week. We'll be having Preview Block B and Review Block B coming out on a Wednesday and Friday. So have fun.
Thank you.